afternoon, everyone. This is Matt over at MilestoneCapitalGrowthPortfolio.com. Today is Monday, June 8th. Nice day in the market, dipping very, very nicely. It continues, but we have support coming up, and if you remember, please check out the video tonight because we will have that support and the different trade setups for you at that point. As you know, we've been doing very well to the downside, so now let's make some money to the upside when it's time. Let's take a look at the Apple trade. The Apple trade, they had the conference today. Nothing exciting, but it was just stuck in a pattern. It topped out, and that was as simple as that. We had a double top right here, and then she started heading down. Doesn't matter what the news is, doesn't matter what's going on, because Apple does the same thing, up and down, just like every other stock. They're all controlled. It's just that simple. So, if we're looking at a channel on this right now, you could see that we kind of have this channel right here. You have a downtrend, and there's a couple factors where you can figure out where the bottom is. The relative strength index on the daily now is at 45.23, so we have a little bit more downside. It did, however, bounce back up into this trend line today, and it's holding there. But let's take a look at what a target would be, and we're going to use the hourly, break it right down a little bit. You could see when we hit this low here, we bounced up and came right back into this. And if we draw this off of the wicks, which I prefer to do, only because it gives me a little bit more room here. You can see we pop back into it, okay, and here's our upside and here's our downside. So potentially we could pop up to the upside, but you could see here relative strength index did turn back down after that one little pop there. So don't get too excited because we have a target. What's our target going to be? We have a gap. Once we hit this gap, be prepared to lock and load calls because we're going to get up there. Relative strength index is at 35, still has room for more downside. So we can kiss this goodbye right now because really all we want is this, okay? Now that we're moving a little bit faster, we can pin this trend line to a much faster trend that it's in right now because this was resistance off of this and this. So we'll just have to keep this just like this for now. And this is how fast we're going to go. So we should be here in no time, so keep an eye out for that. And once we hit this, we should bounce right back up again. And then remember, this trend line has to be broken for it to get back into that up pattern, okay? And then you'll have another trend line over here. But we'll go over that again. Congratulations on Airlines. They are doing fantastic. You had them at the top, and they are dropping continuously. If you look at Delta, you could see it looks bad, all right? Let's get back to the daily, and I told you what the targets were before. I will reiterate them, and here's my target. And here's my first one. We just hit it, the 41.03. Congratulations from 50. That's a $9 move. That's the first gap right here. And we will be bouncing back and forth and everything. Here's the next one right here. And we should do really well after that. So congratulations to Delta, UAL, and all those. We're riding those to the downside. So any little pops, they will resume the drops. All right, this is Matt over at MilestoneCapitalGrowthPortfolio.com. Remember, if you're not a member, become one today. Have a great afternoon.